Hi, you guys! Welcome to the second installment of 5-Minute History Conversations. Today we're going to step back from the serial killers and instead we are going to take a look at the Revolutionary War. Specifically, some very influential documents that we see prior to the war, during the war, and after the war. For you Hamilton fans out there, Hamilton wasn't the only one during this time who was writing like he was running out of time. We see a lot of writing. We see a lot of different works coming out of this specific time period. For the sake of our 5-minute conversation, we're only going to talk about 4 of them. We are going to start our conversation with the Olive Branch Petition. This was before the war. So at this point, the colonies has already started experiencing some grievances with King George III, with Parliament, which is the British government, legislative body, and there's already a lot of problems. We see the battle cry, taxation without representation. This is where we start seeing those problems start to manifest into something bigger. The Olive Branch Petition, though, war hasn't happened exactly yet. The colonists have had issues with the Stamp Act, the Sugar Act, the Tea Act, all these taxes that are being imposed on them. And they also have a lot of problems too with the king putting governors into power. These governors breaking the law, doing things that are wrong. They are then shipped back to Britain for their trial, where they are given a slap on the wrist. They aren't really given any sort of punishment which equals the crime that was committed, and then they're shipped right back into a place of power in the colonies. So what we see with the Olive Branch Petition, the Olive Branch Petition is this letter, and it's this letter that, here's the red flags that we're seeing. We're seeing all of these issues, they line them up, and then they say, but we think we can work through this. So it's kind of like the pre-breakup. We see issues, this is like therapy at this point. We see these issues, we know we need to fix them, but remember, the colonists don't want to, at this point, they don't want to break free from Britain. They want to rectify things. So in this letter, in this petition that they sent to the king, they want to restore to former harmony. Olive Branch Petition. They want to send an olive branch. They want to fix things. They really just remind the king at this point, hey, we're British citizens. We're entitled to rights too. King doesn't even read it. They send it, they take the time, king disregards them. So we see after this, we see a lot of things happening. One of the things that we see happening is individuals who are really, really angry. One of those individuals we see is Thomas Paine. Thomas Paine writes a 47-page pamphlet named Common Sense. And in this pamphlet, he really says that, okay, no, we need to be done. Things are getting really, really bad, and we need to fix them. So Common Sense came a year. So Olive Branch Petition was 1775. Common Sense was 1775, 1776. So Thomas Paine, what he is saying in this pamphlet, which little more than a pamphlet, 47 pages, it's getting to be pretty lengthy at this time. But really what he's saying is that in order for the colonies to thrive, in order for them to succeed, they need to separate themselves from Britain. They need to just, it's the friend telling you, like, this is really toxic, this is really bad for you, be done, you're done. And people really listen to him, because in his writing, he, instead of trying to be really like eloquent, really wordy, he aims his writing towards the common man. There's a lot of Bible verses, which really plays on the time. There is a lot of just like really just straightforward, this is what we need, this is what's wrong, we are being taxed, we are being taken control over, and we need to make a democratic representative government. And that's how we're going to succeed as a colony. So this is him really saying, okay, no, we're done. No fixing it. There's no rectifying it, which really inspires people, and it leads to our next document, which was adopted on July 4th, 1776. We are never, ever, ever getting back together with Britain, and it is the Declaration of Independence. So in the Declaration of Independence, we see all these red flags. You did this wrong, you did that wrong, you did this wrong, and this is why we can't get back together. This is why we are done. There's no fixing this relationship. You're just a walking red flag. We're done. So 56 delegates sign this. We ship it off, and this is where we declare our independence. Written by Thomas Jefferson, although we see a lot of influence from other individuals at the time too. So Declaration of Independence, Revolutionary War happens. Fast forward 1783, we have the Treaty of Paris, and this document is when the United States, these 13 colonies, are recognized as their own independent nation. Why it's called the Treaty of Paris is France really helped out the colonies in the war. They really helped the cause, and the treaty negotiations actually happened in Paris, France. So there you have it, 4 really influential documents of the war. Lots going on, lots of opinions at the time, but those documents were really influential in shaping our nation. So if you like more videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe, and leave a comment if there's anything you want to talk about. Have a good day. Thanks.